Such a like America is a great country, so they can ask me different places, and that I have not refused for so far. But today I wanted to refuse. I had a feeling that I don't know. I was thinking myself, I'm doing the wrong job. I thought maybe I changed to become a singer. You know? Because last night I read on the newspaper, I saw the report of Mick Jagger, you know? Yeah, Rolling Stones? Yeah. Mm. And he was standing there with a microphone, and it looks like what? I don't know. I dare not say my opinion now. 72,000 people came to listen to him. And you know, pay a lot of money and a lot of time in order to get there, you know? Maybe some people take 2-3 days off even, booking hotel and that in the near, in order to attend his performance. I thought, look at that, wow. Then I thought, my voice isn't that bad. Maybe I should change my career, huh? Here I'm doing a job as a preacher. World saver, whatever. Have to earn my own money, buy my own ticket, and then arrange my own place to stay and such things, and get nothing in return, except sometimes bitterness and criticism. And people come and go, sometimes they study, sometimes they don't, sometimes they go for initiation, and then halfway they leave. So I was thinking, what kind of job is that? I was saying to God, why don't you make me a singer? When I was in Taiwan, every time, most of the time when I lecture, people require me to sing. Not pop song though, you know. Devotional music, devotional song. And I was very popular then. And these tapes are sold very fast. But because we don't make any profit, therefore it's come to nothing. For example, in Taiwan we sell the tape, yeah? Any lecture tape, singing tape of mine, 50 Taiwan NT. 50 Taiwan NT, you could not even buy an empty tape outside on retail sales because we buy wholesale, so we could afford it, understand? But even then, when we count it clearly, I'm making a bad business. You know what we call 亏本 English 怎么讲? Huh? 亏本 English. I mean, you do not only you don't make profit, you lose. Huh? Losing money. Oh, that's easy. I was finding some kind of concrete word. Never mind. Huh? Bankrupt? Oh, not that bad, but not that bad. Meaning I'm losing some money. That's right. You see, because I forgot to calculate the petrol. Yes, the cost for petrol going back and forth to pick up and deliver, the cost for for the food for my voice, the cost for the car, the cost for the machine, everything. Understand? And the microphone and all this television and all the things that we have to pick up. We do it all ourselves. And then give it to the company to record. Of course it's cheap, but we forget to calculate all this. But this is how I make business. I think it's good that I'm not a businessman, otherwise. Therefore, some people ask me, why the population is always increasing? That is why. Narrow is the road that leads to life. Broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many will walk therein. So people wonder all the time why they are in misery, why they have to transmigrate life after life in this world, why the population always ever increase, etc. But it's no wonder. Most people do not follow Jesus, Buddha, or whomever is the Messiah of the time. They follow the world and the enjoyment of the ephemeral life. It saddens my heart sometimes to think that in the heaven, in the kingdom of God, there's so much treasures, much luxury, much pleasures, bliss, 10, 100 million, 1,000 times more than in our world, more than what we could imagine or compare. But no one knows, no one believes it. And so just stay in here and enjoying the things that's not really fit for us to call it enjoyment. Today I had pain in my body, and all day I did not get up. I hardly eat anything, and many days already. Do not feel pity for me. No, no, no. The pain is not for pity. It is to wake me. If I don't have pain, I will be always in some other place, and I cannot come down and talk to you or understand anything of this world at all. I will not understand your problem. I will not understand that there is such thing as misery or pain or sorrow. I will not understand your sentiment, your emotion, your passion. I will not understand. For the pain is kind of a link between the higher world and this physical world. Without the pain, I could not live in this world. I could not be in this world. But today I wanted to escape the pain. I didn't want to go back. It's so horrible. So before the lecture, I was in very peaceful state and didn't want to come down to the body again. And I refused to come down. I really didn't want to go and lecture today. But then the pain brought me down again. Even that, it didn't bring me that down. I was a kind of in half and half. And I have to try to talk to people in the car, all kind of garbage. Yes, in order to pull myself down. Yes? So, people say pain and sorrow of this world bring us nearer to God. But in my case, it's different. It brings me away from God. So there are different types of pain. Huh? Have you heard of this kind of pain? Yes, you have? No? The other kind brings you closer to God. Yes, this is the first degree. And when you are already close to God, the pains bring you down again. Yes, from others. The pain and suffering of others brings me closer to God. It wasn't my own. Yes. I didn't have that much pain and suffering. I had a good life. I was married to a double doctor, physician and dentist and scientist. I was working as translator, different languages in the Red Cross. Yeah, we earn good money. We have a good home, good villa, good car, swimming pool, private swimming pool. private garden, etc. Yeah, I didn't have much suffering and pain. But the pain of suffering of the world brought me back to God, nearer to God. Yeah? I was always religious before and practiced, but not that intensive. Only when I grow up more and open to more of the suffering of the world, that I feel the helplessness of human life and of my own power. You know, I cannot help anyone that much. Therefore, I'm awakened. I'm awakened. I see the ephemeral nature of our world. So I did resolved to leave home, to save more time, energy, and concentration to the service of mankind. But after awakening, I shook my head. I said, no, cannot help them either. Before that, I cannot help them because I have no power. After that, I said, I cannot help them because I have too much power. Understand? No. It's like this. You see, you attain something that is out of the imagination of most people. You have the power that most people cannot understand. You reach something that is not for the average to comprehend. You feel like helpless again. Understand that? Well, for example, if you are some person in a very uncivilized tribe, say in Africa, in the jungle, Arizona, yeah? And then one day you happen to meet someone in a civilization world, and you awaken. You want to follow that person, go to the civilized world and study some big deal or something, become a doctor, a physician, a scientist, etc. Yeah, go back and want to save your people. Because at the moment you are exactly like them, helpless, powerless, no knowledge of anything. So you want to save your people, you go out and learn. After you have learned so much, then you look back at your village or your tribe condition, the condition of your tribe and your people, and then you shake your head again, no? You say, how can I help them? Understand that? They have no idea of hygiene, of machinery. Who helps me to operate all this machine? Who helps me to do any injection? It takes a long time to train them if they ever want to learn. If they could put down their herbs and their, healing rituals to listen to you even. Understand that? They go out and worship the river and the sun and the wind in order to cure their sickness. And now you tell them, no, you come, I give you an injection. You have to eat this and eat that, and 3 times a day. They will say, no, ma'am, never heard about that before. Understand? So, similar to the unenlightened person, they want to save the world, want to learn something for the world's sake. And after they have been enlightened, they say, no, no way. It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. So, I have told you, Mick Jagger, 72,000 people crowded in to listen. And you see my lecture? Look. But of course, not everywhere is like this. In Malaysia, Costa Rica, Taiwan, Hong Kong, we are packed. Yeah, the hall is always packed. Just in America, maybe I'm too new, no? But in Malaysia, I was also new. Hong Kong, I'm also new. In China, I was also, Costa Rica also was the first time then. So one can never tell. Maybe I have no affinity with American people, huh? Yeah? But you have too many gurus. You don't care about one more. But you don't know, sometimes when we open the grocery for whole day, and people come in and out and buy 1 candy and 2 cigarettes. But the last customer, sometimes he bought a lot, no? Yeah? Last one, last minute, we say, oh no, not one more. I want to close the shop. But then just be patient. Maybe that last customer brought you the whole day's business. Is that not so? So maybe you could try with me. Oh, any question? Since we have so little people, we can close shop early. Don't wait for the last customer. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. You want to write or you want to speak directly? Yeah, come. Yeah, you speak in the microphone so that outside the people behind can also hear. Please.
Does the fact that Mick Jagger can attract 72,000 people
Yes.
cause you to lose hope for humanity?
No. It's not that. What I mean was that
That's all.
what I mean is that I just want you to know that it's difficult to get salvation, difficult to preach the kingdom of God to people. It's difficult to transmit the initiation because most people only like worldly enjoyment. Worldly enjoyment they may like also. That's what most people do not understand. We must not give up the world, but we must do it in balance. Understand? Like you may go to Mick Jagger, yes, but you must also follow spiritual discipline and find a good master to save your life. Because everyone knows that we do not only live in this world, we don't live forever in this world. So we have to prepare for the day of departure. Understand that? I was only joking that I will change my job, but what do you think? Do you think I will ever do that? I was only make a joke, yeah? Most people do not understand that we could enjoy this world as well as the kingdom of God at the same time. We must not give up the world. Yeah? So what I mean is most people only enjoy the worldly enjoyment and forgot the kingdom of God. Forgot that they have two kinds of enjoyment that they could claim. Yeah? One is of the world and one of the afterworld. We have to prepare for that day. We all get insurance for car accidents, for house, and for old age, and death insurance. But no one insure the kingdom of God. No one have the spiritual insurance. It's some, I don't mean no one. Most people don't have the insurance for the life after death. That's what I mean, yeah? But also, I have some hope. I don't lose hope that quickly. What I mean is difficult, yeah? Difficult. Because I was telling you that some people ask me why the world population always increasing. Why don't people go to heaven then? Therefore, I tell this story to demonstrate why. Yeah? Right? Now, any more question? Yes, please come up. Yes. 你们帮他弄那个麦克风，能的话给他。Yes.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Yes, can you elaborate at all on what exactly, what your method is actually if you're teaching? What is your practice, you might say? Like, do you have students say certain things? Do you have them focus in a certain way? Do you try to like bless them with a certain energy? You know, what is your actually, relationship to your students, and what do you have them do to open up to the truth of the universe?
Right. Yeah. You see, if someone who would like to go back to the kingdom of God, yeah, then I help them to open the door. Yes. What we call help them to get enlightened through an unspoken process. But then you get enlightenment immediately. yeah, you will have some experiences of enlightenment as described in the Bible or in the Buddhist scriptures. Just some part of it, not the whole. And then later, we meditate every day, we develop further, and we get complete enlightenment in this lifetime, possible, or maybe most of it. And when you are enlightened, you may be in contact with the heaven, the heavenly world, or the heavenly light, yeah, or the heavenly language. If we are near humanity, we will hear people talking, yeah, in human language. If we are near the kingdom of God, we will hear the kingdom of heaven's language. It comes in this, in a form of celestial music, and this music is what's called in the word in the Bible. Yeah? Understand? Yes or not? Yes. Not yet? You don't know. So you come for initiation, then you know immediately.
Yeah, I've actually heard of practices. There are Indian practices where people learn to hear like various heavenly sounds and things and so forth. But actually, my understanding is that's a very minor form of enlightenment, you might say. I mean,
Yes,
that's
it's a minor form.
That's a symptom of what's possible, but that's just another ultimate kind of, a distraction, if that's what you think is what the truth is just to hear these wonderful sounds coming inside of you.
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, that might be an aspect, but I imagine that you don't just stay with hearing wonderful inner sounds.
You develop. For example, we eat the bread and the cheese, yeah? And the bread and the cheese become the blood, yeah? Become intelligence, which you can move, you can think with it. Understand? The bread and the cheese are not intelligence, not the blood. But when it's eaten, it's transmuted into blood, into intelligence, into actions. Yeah? Same. The bread and water of life, which is this inner sermons, inner preaching, inner truth, will get absorbed into your system. Yeah? Become wisdom. That is what called bread and water of life. It's not that we are attached to the sound or the light. It is that they are the bread and water of life, which make us wise, compassionate, and peaceful. Like after you eat, you feel good, you feel happy and strong and intelligent. Yeah? Okay?
So I gather the first step is to have what's called an initiation with you, where you get together with you people,
Yes,
and
yes.
you do something for them and initiate.
Yes, yes. I actually don't do anything. Yes. Or what I do is not visible. Actually, you can see me sit there or walk around or go to toilet even. Then you just get enlightened. I no need to do anything physically. Or no need to even sit there. Understand? In case you think I might hypnotize you, I can just run away. And then just the fact that you're willing to get initiation, yeah, and open to it, will open your own wisdom. Understand? You are your own teacher. If you're willing, then you're open. Understand? Whether I'm there or not, I can operate from anywhere. So this is the answer. You satisfied? Yeah? Thanks. Anyone else? Please come. Yes, also. Yes, all right. Actually, it's nice to be just only a few people, a few more intimate, no? Yes.
Yes, my question is, there's a slow progression towards enlightenment where you feel you're getting closer to God and freer and so forth. And then, is there such a thing as a decisive moment when you know that you're enlightened as opposed to unenlightened?
Yes.
There is a decisive moment, or do you just slowly sort of get absorbed, and you really, it's just slow. It's like there's no one moment when you suddenly know.
Yes, yes. Okay, I understand. You have heard of slow process of enlightenment and sudden enlightenment, right? Yeah. So slow process is that sometimes you meditate for a long time and then suddenly one day you got it. You got the light from heaven or the sound from heaven by your own effort. This is called slow process. And the sudden enlightenment, quick enlightenment, is that you met someone who are enlightened and powerful enough to help you to get it quickly and today and this minute. That's what sudden enlightenment is. Both are the same. Just one takes too long, and don't know when, and one is immediately and for sure. Hmm? You speak on that so people understand, and also we can record.
Are you saying then that the enlightened teacher, the third type, will enlighten you instantly,
Yes?
but they can also enlighten you by degrees? Not so?
No, you get enlightened instantly, and then by degree every day. Understand? Develop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a moment like the first moment when you know you'll never be able to go back to the world again. You meet the teacher,
Yes.
and he's real,
Yes.
authentic.
Yes.
And you know that your life is suddenly transformed. Like you've been going along up to a certain way, and my God, this is unheard of, unbelievable.
Yes.
That is the moment you're talking about. That is that moment of enlightenment, and then you actually progress from there on to true enlightenment.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
That's what you mean.
Yes, but then again, there are different types of people. There are people who are so pure in the heart that when they meet the right teacher, they know immediately.
Right.
And from then on, never change. Some people are not that pure, so it takes a longer time.
Right,
Even
right.
though they have enlightenment, but
Right.
in a smaller degree than
Right.
the pure type.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it goes through up and down and,
Right.
right. Trials and tribulation. Then
Yeah.
they go back again.
Yeah, it's because of the purity of the person then.
Yes.
So it's not true that everybody gets instantly enlightened.
They all
just
do. They all do get instant enlightenment.
They do, huh?
But the doubt in people's heart are different, that's all. And their doubt retarding them.
The
or
doubt?
making them, yes,
What about their
making them less or more enlightened at the instant enlightening moment. They all get enlightenment. But the pure in the heart get bigger and shorter and never change, never doubt. And the a little bit less pure get smaller enlightenment and wavering. Yeah?
right? And but what about their tendencies?
Of what?
They could be pure and have tendencies that
of
that are
what?
difficult to just drop, which might take time to finally drop,
Drop?
to get rid of.
Get rid of what? Other tendencies?
Tendencies, your karmic tendencies.
No, yeah, that's all right. But
But, yeah.
you see the doubt as another tendencies. You see the tendency you may have love for food, yeah, or love for your wife and husband. That's all right. But then the doubt they don't have. Understand?
Yeah.
That is what I call purity. Not because they have no desire whatsoever that they are pure. I mean the pure one are the saint. What I mean is the relatively pure people have no doubt after initiation.
Right.
Yes?
Right, but they would still have tendencies.
They have.
Right, and that
That's-
takes time.
That takes time. It's natural.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they don't need to practice meditation anymore.
Right,
They
right,
become sane.
right.
Yes?
Yeah, I think the thing that confuses me is that is this business about getting instantly enlightened.
Mm.
And I think you have to be pretty evolved and pure, extremely pure,
Yeah?
to become instantly enlightened.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's kind of very, very rare.
No, it isn't.
No?
Mm. You see,
Yeah.
some people are pure by themselves. Some people are pure by getting in contact with pure person. So actually the real master, real and true master, they radiate kind of invisible light purify the audiences to some extent.
Yeah.
Some are more, some are less, because some are heavier karma, some are less heavy. Understand? Karma, the hindrance. Like if your coat are very dirty, the first wash is not that clean, but it's clean somewhat. If